All right, class. Welcome. This is first semester of algebra. I am Mr. Gonzalez. I am absent today because I'm feeling sick. Go ahead and title your notes 2.3, solving equations using multiplication and division. Please treat this class as if I was there. All right. Okay. Hope you title your notes. This is a short lesson, by the way. So for the first slide right here, what we're going to do is we're going to solve for t by using the multiplication property of equality. So here we have t divided by 3, right? We want to solve for t. We want to get t by itself. So what we have to do is we have to get rid of this that 3 down there on the bottom. So this is saying t divided by 3. So to get rid of that 3, what we're going to do is that we're going to multiply by 3 over 1. This is called the inverse, okay? I'll clarify this some more when I get back on Thursday. And because it's the property of equality, we have to multiply it to both sides. Remember, I told you guys to think of a scale where if you add one thing to one side, you have to add it to the other side. So what this does, this whole thing, it allows us to cancel the 3 out, and then we have t over 1 equals. And on this side, if you want to put a 1 underneath the 7, it kind of helps. We multiply straight across, and so we're multiplying fractions. 7 times 3, we know it's 21. 1 times 1 is 1. And to make it a little bit nicer, whenever you divide something by 1, right there, it doesn't really change the numerator, so we can just write that as just t equals 21. And that is our answer right there, alright? Okay, so we just used the multiplication property of equality. In other words, if you multiply to one side, you have to multiply to the other side. Let's look at this problem over here on the right, on the top right. Here we have to solve for w, right? So we're going to multiply by the inverse of that 2, 1 over 2. So the inverse is 2 over 1. And again, I'll talk about the inverse on Thursday. And if we multiply 2 over 1 on one side, we multiply it on the other side because it's the property of equality. So that allows us to cancel out the 2's. So now we just have w over 1 equals, put the 1 there, and multiply 2 times 18 is 36 over 1. And once again, when you divide by 1, it doesn't really change anything, so this really becomes just 36 equals w. And that's how you do that right there. Some of this might be familiar, and some of it might be kind of like a refresher for some of you. Okay, let's do the one here at the bottom left, I'm sorry. So here, again, we're going to solve for n. So we're going to multiply by the inverse, which is 3 over 1. So if the 3's on the bottom, we multiply by the 3 on top. We do the same thing to the other side. So now 3's go away, and we have n over 1 equals, multiply across, we have negative 6 over 5. And here, like I said, the 1 doesn't really change the number on top, so this becomes just n equals negative 6/5. And if you guys remember, if we change this to a mixed number, this becomes negative 1 over 1/5. Alright. Okay, finally let's go to this last problem right here, bottom right. Notice that it's this right here is a mixed number. We're going to change it to an improper fraction first. So let's multiply. So let's do 2 times 4 plus 1. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So I'm putting 9 over 4, and I have my g there, so I put g equals 1/2. Okay, now here, and in order to get rid of the 9/4, you see that 9/4 is with the g. You always want to get rid of the number that's with the variable. So in order to get rid of it, we're going to multiply by the inverse, or the reciprocal. In this case, we're going to multiply by 4 over 9. Because we multiplied by 4 over 9 on that side, we're going to multiply on this side as well. So that allows us to cancel out the 4's and the 9's. So we have 9, sorry, that's supposed to be a g. G equals, if I multiply 1 times 4, I get 4. If I multiply 2 times 9, I get 18. Okay? But this I can simplify. This 4 over 18, I can divide both of them by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So my final answer is 2 over 9. Alright, I hope that wasn't too difficult. We have one more slide, and so this slide was the multiplication property of equality. The next slide is going to be the division property of equality. Very similar, just a little bit different. Okay? Once again, take your notes, pause the video if you need to, or rewind it. And okay, let's move on to the next slide. Here, the division property of equality. Again, we're solving for, in this case, for the top left, we're solving for m, okay? So, we have this -6 right there that we have to get rid of. So in order to get rid of that -6, we're going to divide by -6. And then we divide one side, we divide the other side. So the -6 goes away, and we're left with just m on the right. And here, 42 divided by -6 is it -7? Yes, it's -7. Right? And that right there is our answer. So, once again, if you divide on one side by a number, you divide the other side by the same number. Here, we're going to solve for s, so we have to get rid of that 13. So, to get rid of that 13, we're going to divide both sides by 13. Okay, so I divide, the 13's go away, and 195 divided by 13, I don't know what it is, so I'm going to use my calculator right here. So I'm going to put 195 divided by 13, and I get 15. Alright, going very fast. Okay, now finally we have, here we're going to solve for x, so we have to get rid of that -3. So, in order to get rid of it, we're going to divide, and divide the other side by -3. The -3 goes away, so I'm left with x equals, and here, 12 divided by -3 is equal to -4. Alright, and that is my answer. Okay, the very last one. I think by now you guys probably get it. I'm trying to solve for b, so I have to get rid of that 3. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. 3 goes away. I'm left with b equals, and here 84 divided by 3. I'm going to put that in my calculator again. Let me see. 84 divided by 3 equals 28. Kind of thought it was 28, but just wanted to make sure. Alright guys, that is the lesson for today. I hope it was helpful. I will return tomorrow, Thursday. The classwork for today is page 88, 1 through 6. then 8 through 11, then 14 through 25, and then 28 through 33. They're pretty easy. You should go through them very fast. If you don't finish, I'll give you some time on Thursday. Okay? Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Bye.